It's not an animal, he's a demon. Damn, I love that line. Alligator, the 1979 Jaws ripoff that was directed by Italian schlockmaster Sergio Martino. The plot: at a holiday resort, Daniel Ness is brought in to take photographs of the location to advertise the opening of said tropical vacation hotspot. However, this is more than just a tourist trap, it's a death trap, when a massive alligator begins to wreak havoc on the islanders and its visiting inhabitants. All hell breaks loose. This movie is sleazy. Everything from the sleazy, slow motion sequences involving sprite characters doing mundane tasks to the creature attacks are just pure cheesiness. Claudio Castagnoli, who is also in Island of the Fishmen, another of Martino's work, plays Daniel. His character complains a lot about the preservation of nature and the islanders being interfered with because of the building of the resort. He takes good pictures, though. Also, he has a couple of badass moments later on in the film, so, yeah. I guess all is well. Unfortunately, Castellini died at the young age of 46 in 1985. Former Bond girl Barbara Bach plays Alice Brandt. That's how it's spelled. She's the curator of the resort and shows guests around and such. In the long scheme of things, her character is only there to spread useful information and facts about the people that live in that area. During some of the movie, Alice looks after a young girl named Minu, who was played by Sylvia Colatina, who was in House by the Cemetery as the ghost girl. And while the whole movie is serious, she is ultimately and unintentionally hilariously bored. She's always saying things no little girl, especially of the time, would say. I think she's supposed to be British, but if so, her American accent was covered well. Dumb Dubber flubbed that up. Honestly, though, Minot is the star of the show as far as I'm concerned. Her out-of-nowhere one-liners and phrases are awesome. It's quite ludicrous. Very much like the film's monster, the Great Alligator. I'll get to that toy in a minute, but first I do want to discuss how great the picture quality and lighting is for a movie made so long ago. I can see it being of lesser quality back in the 1970s, but the print Code Red has released on this Blu-ray, and even the one MYA released on DVD, is polished and looks great. While the film is not very vibrant, and the colors don't really pop, I still feel the cinematography and setting is nice to look at. Alas, that does show the Great Alligator in good lighting as well. Oh, fine, let us just skip to the next section. The gore, the effects. While I've read this has been called a splatter film, it isn't really that gruesome. There's a spiky impaling and some red water, as well as a few dry spear impacts. It could have passed for a PG rating, I'm sure of it, if it wasn't for all the nudity. There isn't that much, but enough to possibly warrant an R rating. Well, yeah, it's rated R. It says right there. But on other releases it says it's not rated, but right there, rated R. The animatronics were not this film's friend. The miniatures around the toy alligator are hilarious to watch. The motion picture soundtrack, Stelvio Capriani composed the music for this film. He's done tons of projects for creature and our horror flicks, such as Tentacles, Night of the Sharks, Piranha to the Spawning, and Nightmare City. His music here isn't the best, but it certainly does not drag the movie down. This movie is decent, very weird and sleazy, especially for a creature feature. With elements of comedy, decent actors and actresses, and fun but cheap effects, this movie is anything but slow. At the end of the day, it is a cash-in on Jaws that is worth a couple of viewings if you're extra bored. Just don't expect anything all too special. Overall, I give The Great Alligator a 2.5 out of 5. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Flourish Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.